Take a load off, grab a seat. Pull up a chair, prop up your feet. That's fine by me. Fine by me. Yeah. It's podcast time.
All right.
Fine by me.
You didn't want to start the podcast out with me saying butthole.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the year anniversary episode.
It is a year.
Oh, Shinaki.
We did.
Like 2 or 3 years.
I was talking to one of the knockers or the goons, whatever we call them these days.
Oh, yeah, we got to have, that's a whole different conversation.
And I told him, I think this was long sleeves I was talking to, and I said every week that I come up here, I'm surprised that this didn't fall apart a month in.
Three of us and our very strong, different personalities.
And I tell you what, if Wes wasn't dedicated enough to make that 1 hour drive every week, you know.
I'll tell you
That's a big
commit.
2 hours worth of driving.
That's a big commit.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
And also, I will say, it's also good for me sometimes. Maybe y'all can agree too. I know every week I at least have this shining star on my docket. That I get to see y'all and get together. And
I know. I mean, people, for the people that can't see our numbers, I mean, you probably see how many likes and whatever shit we get, but on YouTube, we've been getting quite a few
Those are kind of like the presidential, polls. Those aren't accurate numbers. What you're seeing, there's real numbers we get to see.
Yeah, we've been doing pretty well.
Yeah.
It's kind of surprising. Like, I don't know what happened in the last, 2 or 3 months, but we've been doing pretty well.
Every time
Josh says it's because we started putting the shorts on YouTube.
The shorts are a lot because you get traction better.
Yeah,
and also, I think we've got a few more subscribers too, and I think also word of mouth is getting out there a little bit. You know?
Yeah.
And we're getting kind of put in with other comedy podcasts. Like if you watch Two Bears One Cave, like if you scroll down YouTube, ours pops up, or other ones. So
I know.
that helps too.
Funny enough, we were at Summer Vibes, which is just a Franklin festival that we've talked about and posted about.
It's a good time.
And I mean, we had a couple knockers come up to us and actually hang out. Tutley was there. We had Andrew that showed up.
Yep.
We need to get.
I feel like there was another one that I'm forgetting.
We need to tell Andrew
Matt
that
Stringer.
Stringer, Stringer, yeah.
We're not holding El Patro for stand-up tonight.
I'm not doing
stand-up
tonight.
Andrew.
We are. I already did.
This won't go out till Thursday.
I did reach out to Andrew and tell him.
Well,
That's
I
why
wasn't telling him now.
If you would ever check your text message, I told Wes this at 11 o'clock this morning.
I don't give a fuck.
He got here and goes, "We going to Elpo tonight?" I was like, "Do you not ever check?" That?
But yeah, I did.
My voice is almost gone.
I started at 7:30 this morning. I didn't get done until 4:45. Went home and showered and came here.
We will be doing stand-up next Tuesday.
Yeah,
sure.
I did tell him. But other than the couple that hung out with us, I had people walk up to me while I was getting some hot dogs, and
in Franklin,
and said, "What's up?" And
I
said
didn't
they
get
listen.
any food because I got tired of standing in line.
I'm not from here, so I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. I didn't ask what your name was.
I think the crowd has chosen their new identity. I think they have adopted goons.
Yeah, they like goons.
The Goonies.
We call them Goon Squad.
Goon Squad.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
variation of goon.
Yeah, okay.
I think
Yeah,
is
they do.
acceptable.
They do like goon better than Tommy Knockers.
Goon,
It
yeah. I don't
served
blame
us
them.
well for 1 year. All right, and here on the 1 year anniversary, we're gonna adopt goons.
All right. I mean that's fine. If y'all want that, that's fine.
I don't care. They can do whatever.
I'm still gonna refer to them as Tommy Knockers like a slur. Yeah.
I like knockers because it was related to my segments.
Okay.
just for my.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, no.
I thought you were talking about boobs because I like some good
Boobs.
knockers. Sometimes.
No, good.
What's y'all's favorite thing to call boobs? You call them boobs, tits, knockers, sloppers?
If they're real big, I like calling them heavies.
Okay.
I like calling them milkers.
Milkers
For
is good.
funsies, you know.
Yeah.
I think boobs is probably the most publicly accepted term. Like you can't go and say, "Show me them titties." That sounds a little aggressive.
Yeah,
to say,
that's a
"Show
little
me
bit
your
rough.
boobs."
Show me them boobies.
Show me them titties
In
girl.
public?
Yeah,
You're-
anywhere. I meant the public opinion of the word, not go out and say it in public, but like what they would say to.
That's what
Yeah.
I was
Like in their
gathering.
home or in their office or
I
wherever
was
they're at.
imagining
Fair.
you riding in your best friend's truck and just yelling out the window, "Show me a boob!"
No, I would never do that. I would never do that.
That's the image that came to my mind.
I'm a
Josh
one
uses
boob man, what two boob man.
in public.
One set man.
One set man. That's right. Now and forever.
I do. Do y'all have any? This is kind of related, I guess. But do y'all have any games that you play like when you're on a road trip?
Yeah, dude. We play all sorts of games. You play I Spy. That's a fun game to play in the car.
I liked
Any
I think
X-rated
a few weeks
games?
Ago, I think a few
No.
weeks ago, I know where he's going with it. A few weeks ago, I did call a couple padiddles.
Like Padiddle, yeah.
Padiddle, okay.
That's
okay.
bringing that back. If the kids listening on
you
this
got another
podcast,
X-rated game?
I do. It's a fun game that really
Dang.
doesn't have a winner.
Or a wiener?
this kind of game is not a winner.
So everybody's a loser.
Well, I don't. There's no winners or losers in the game. It's if you're on a road trip
Everybody
with a
has fun,
buddy.
though.
If you're on a road trip with a buddy,
Guy friend.
and you just like pass through their like downtown area, and you say, how many people you think right now in a 25-mile radius is doing anal sex? And everybody's got to make a good guess on it.
But how do you know if you're accurate?
You don't. It's
Well,
just
no,
fun
we
to
don't.
talk
You're
about.
riding through the Mennonite or Amish community,
Yeah,
and you're like, I wonder how many
Amish.
people are here sodomizing each other.
yeah.
And you probably say, do you give a number or a percentage?
A number.
Okay.
We don't know the population.
I
I was going to do.
percentage.
So I was going to do it with Franklin. What y'all's pop here?
About 20,000.
20,000.
Yeah.
I bet that there are 803.
803. Nah,
Doing
I'm
it.
gonna say 450.
Dang. At this very moment, or who are just...
Total that are up for it, I guess.
Not
You
up
can't-
for it. No,
at
doing it
this
right
very
now.
moment.
Currently, it is
630.
640.
Yeah.
Oh, 80, maybe.
80?
Hey, even the sun ain't even went down yet, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna take my number way back then, like 14.
Okay. Damn, don't make me look crazy because I said 80. Wes
I
said 10 times
450.
more than
He
me.
said 800.
Yeah.
We got
Yeah.
a damn bunch of sexual deviants around here.
800 out of
803?
20,000?
Dude. Well, that includes everybody.
I'm gonna call
that
Melissa.
includes,
Yeah,
Like
that's not
he's
even, that's
doing
not couples though. That's not 800 couples. That's 800 individual people. So
do they have
400
to
couples
be from here or just be in this?
in a 25-mile radius.
Okay. So they could be from here and be on trip. Travis
Oh
Eltley's on
man,
a trip
hey,
right
we're
now.
close to Warren County. You know,
Yeah,
There's
so
some
that's
freaks
why I
up
didn't
there.
say like 50 miles because I didn't want. If
Oh,
I have to
we're
include,
within a 25-mile radius. Hell, we're damn near Smiths Grove. 25
Really?
miles. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna say where we're
We're
at.
probably-
all right, well, I'll dial it back.
I
Yeah,
would say in
15 miles.
I-65.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're gonna triangulate our location.
Dude, if I
Um,
if I said 50 miles and it included Warren County, that number skyrockets.
Oh yeah.
Skyrockets.
It's a whole metropolitan area.
Yeah, there's
that's
at
how
least
distance works.
there's at least
It's true.
there's at least 6,000 people in Bowling Green getting fucked in the ass right now.
No way. 6,000 at damn 6:30.
Are we including?
It's a college
They just
town.
had supper,
it is a
dude.
college
They're full.
town.
They just had supper.
There's
No.
people
college.
just figuring anal out for the first time.
There's some.
Loving it.
Do you know how many dudes, especially
Oh,
horny?
think of all the gays up
I
there.
think it's so dirty.
Dirty?
I do.
You ain't never done anal?
Well, yes, but I think it's dirty. You know.
I mean, I don't think it's better than front ways.
I think it's gay.
Oh.
I think it's half gay.
Well, that's
I think
a-
everything's half gay though. Apparently.
That's
so.
an opinion.
Apparently.
That's an opinion.
Yeah. Isn't that the first time it came up?
I mean, I've only done it a few times, and every time I was been like, I would have rather been in the front ways.
Boy.
Well. I don't
And
know.
this
front way, the front
has
pocket.
been fine by me.
I was
That's
like-
this episode, ladies and gentlemen.
on the movie Borat, I always got tickled because he goes, "Get my back pussy." He calls it his back pussy, and I'm like, that's a wild thing to call it.
And we'll be right back after a word from our
That's
sponsor.
pretty wild. We spent 10 minutes on this. Damn near. Yeah, it's great. I'm glad I opened the podcast out with butthole.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I already had it in my head.
Speaking of buttholes, though, I like to tell a little story about me and a little trip to Bass Pro Shop one time. I just
Couldn't
transitioned.
be any smoother than
That's
that.
smooth, baby. Well, I could.
This
I
is-
could go right into
so-
it.
Well, it's too late now.
But I'm going to preface
ran
this
into
with there has been one lost episode that I'm aware of. I think there's only been one lost episode, and
Yeah, I
it
think
was
so.
it was the episode that Josh told the story, and we've been trying to get him to
Did we
tell
just
the story.
Not record it. Does that? that
The
episode,
audio
is
was
that
bad.
what-
It was in your shop. The audio was
I
really
don't
bad.
remember why. What happened with it? I think we like legit lost it. It deleted or something.
Dude, who knows? It's been a year ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was literally about a year ago. But either way, we've been trying to get him to tell his story. So Josh,
I'm gonna take it away here, guys. So
take it away.
let me paint you a picture. It's Father's Day weekend. Probably it's been several years back now. I'd say probably 6
10 minutes ago.
or 7 years ago. Yeah, probably because both the kids were little. Well, Grace, my youngest daughter, she was still in a stroller. This is a very important part of the story, so keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided we were going to go down to Bass Pro Shop and eat supper and stuff and celebrate Father's Day with myself and my dad. I was newly divorced, didn't have nobody else. You know, he's like, you can just go with us. It'll be fun. So that'd be fun. So we all load up and we decided to ride with him. He had a Yukon with a 3rd row. So we pile up. It's my dad, my stepmom, my older sister, and me and my 2 children. So we head down there. So this is before I got diagnosed like with my ulcerative colitis and all that stuff. Really hadn't had many accidents yet. Hadn't shit my pants. Had a little bit of stomach pain here and there, but, you know, didn't have any full-blown episodes or nothing like that yet.
Yeah.
So we start heading down there, and we get to about White House, and my stomach starts like bubbling. It's like a weird feeling I'd never felt before. It's like it felt like somebody took a hammer and like started at the top of my stomach, like slammed it down towards my asshole. Like it was like it was crazy, like inside my body, dude. And I was like, whoa! And then it went away. I was like, well, fuck, you know, it's probably just a little gas or something. I'll probably be all right.
Yeah.
So we keep on, you know, and sure enough, it goes away.
That is a bowel movement.
Yeah. So we get to Bass Pro Shop. It's Father's Day weekend, dude. It's packed. Well, my dad, he's also disabled at the time, and he had a handicap placard in his car, so he used that. We parked right up front, like right there by this little island, I think you call them curb islands that have like the grass and the plants in it.
Landscaping.
Yeah, landscaping and stuff. So we're right there. There's the front door. You know how at Bass Pro Shop, how you walk in, you have to go through like that little gondola thing, like they count you like you're at the fucking circus, right?
Yeah, or you're at like a Subway or whatever.
Yeah, so we all get in there, me, the kids, my dad, my sister, my stepmom, and we roll it. We go all the way to the back, like where like the golf area is, like the little putting green and stuff. Well, I'll never forget because there was like a little display of sunglasses, and there were kids' sunglasses, and my son was looking at the sunglasses, checking them out. So what I had on that day was a polo shirt, something like this, like a golf shirt, and I had on some light blue, like khaki shorts, light blue. And I had on camouflage Crocs.
Wait, light blue khaki?
Like light blue, like that, like khaki style shorts, but they were light blue color, like tweed or
Dress
whatever
up
you call it. Yeah,
shorts.
like chino shorts or whatever you call them. Short, like 9 inches, short shorts, like right above the knee.
Yeah.
He
So
comes from old money.
Still had both legs at this time too. So we're back there chilling.
So you were moving.
Oh yeah, I was moving. So we're back there chilling. You know, nothing's just a normal day of shopping. You know, my dad's looking at I think it was tennis shoes or something, because he was over away from me, and my older sister's right there with me, and I had the stroller. Well, I felt that pain hit again, and I'm like, fuck, dude. I was like, I'm going to let this little bitty fart out.
Oh, no.
And I haven't shit my pants yet in public, you know. Keep that in mind. I'm still feeling I'm still up when I was little, maybe. I don't remember. Like, nothing that embarrassed me or nothing.
Yeah.
So I was like, let a little pressure off. I feel a little better then because it was hurting. So I was like, okay. So I let it let, and I was like, oh, fuck. I felt it. I felt just a little bit of wet. And I had on boxer briefs. Felt a little bit of wet, and I looked at my sister, and I made direct eye contact. It started to stink. And she knew right away what had happened because she had known, like, my stomach had been giving me trouble and stuff.
Yeah.
So she just goes, oh, and then my little boy goes, Daddy, I think somebody farted. And I was like, shh, shh, shh. At this point, I haven't, like, made a real mess yet. So I'm just trying to hold it. I'm holding it so tight. I'm holding it. Well, finally, I just say, fuck it, dude. I forget I have children. I push the stroller to my sister, and I'm like, I got to go. I turn around, and we're the farthest point away from the bathroom in the store that we could possibly be. I'm at this corner. The bathroom's at the other end.
Yeah.
So I take off, dude, and I'm holding my asshole. I take off, and I'm walking, dude. My senses have done shut down to all I'm doing is seeing. I'm looking for bathroom signs. I don't hear nothing. I don't feel nothing. I don't, so I'm rolling. I forget about everything else. Well, I finally get the bathroom sign in my direct line of sight, and I just take off in a straight line. I don't just walk down the little aisleways. I'm going through the clothes racks and everything. Every other step I take is shit going into my Crocs. into my Crocs, dude, and I can feel like where I push my pants, the shit going up my back as I'm walking. And I'm like, dude, I'm not thinking about nothing.
Baby.
I'm not thinking about nothing else but to get to this fucking bathroom. I don't care about. I'm moving people out of the way. I'm just right on task, dude. Well, you have to go back through. There is no exit. Like, you have to go back out.
Yeah.
So I jump those circus things.
Oh, God.
And I'm sure shit went everywhere. I don't know.
Flinging shit.
I made eye contact. You know how when you walk in Bass Pro Shop, they have that little person working there, like handing out stuff, like
oh yeah,
RVs,
they're trying to sell you a credit card or
whatever they got. It's this young girl. She's probably 19, 20. We make direct eye contact, and she's just like disgusting because dude, it smells so bad. I've never had a smell like that in my life, like come out of me. So finally, I get in the bathroom, dude, and there's nobody in there. Thank God, it's empty. It's all the way empty.
Dude,
so I run.
It would be so great if both the stalls were full and you had to like shit in the urinal or something.
So like Jeff Daniels on Dumb and Dumber or something.
Yeah. So like when you walk into the bathroom, like there's the female bathroom over here and the male bathroom here is like a little bitty, I guess, like a foyer area.
Yeah.
So I get in there and there's signs and shit. So I get into the actual men's bathroom, and on this side they have sinks and like mirrors, and this side they have urinals and then like 8 stalls. So I go down to the very last stall, dude, and it's you know how there's gaps in all those stalls, like in all the doors.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting
there.
I've
shit in that bathroom before.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there. I'm sitting there, dude, shitting my brains out on this toilet. Like, I finally get my pants off. There's shit everywhere. I haven't even took, like, any inventory of how things are yet. So I'm just sitting there, dude, like, shit. I'm like, oh, good. Dude, I don't know how there could be this much shit in me, dude. All I'd eat that day was, like, a sausage McMuffin. Like, that's all I'd eat. So I'm sitting there, dude. Well, all of a sudden, the doors start opening. And I'm like, fuck. I hear people going, God damn, motherfucker. This little boy and his dad gets in the stall beside me, and the little boy goes, Daddy, what's that smell? And I hear him go, I don't know, but whoever's in here needs to go see a fucking doctor. And they didn't even use the bathroom. He said, I'm going to take you back out to your mom, and she's going to take you into that bathroom. Like, they left that bathroom.
Oh, my goodness.
They left the bathroom. So I'm sitting there, dude. So I'm like, what am I going to do? I finally get done shitting. I used both rolls in those industrial-sized toilet paper things. Jesus. I'm flushing 50 times. I got shit down my legs. My shoes are full of shit. There was shit pushing up out of the holes in the top of the Crocs. Oh. It was incredible, dude.
Oh.
It was incredible. Like, it was a crazy amount of shit. So I'm like, what am I going to do, dude? I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do? I was like, I don't have any other clothes in here. I was like, I don't know. My dad's blowing my phone up.
Yeah, well, I mean, so it was good that you were at Bass Pro.
Right.
Because they have
clothes and stuff.
They have clothes.
I'm going to get to that, too. Because that's funny, my cheap-ass dad. So anyway, so I'm in there, dude, and he's calling me. He's like, hey, man, you all right? And I'm like, no, I'm not all right. And he
There's
was like,
shit everywhere.
Yeah, he's like, well, he said, I said, I'm going to need some pants, some shorts, and underwear and stuff. He's like, okay. He's like, what size you wear? I told him, like, I said, 32, whatever. I said, where they got? Medium. I said, well, whatever. He's like, okay, I'll get you something. So he's working on that. Well, I'm in there, like, still trying to figure out how I'm going to clean myself up.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, no shirt on, stark fucking naked. Well, I had some, like, tight, like, not tight, but, like, short, like, basketball shorts on underneath my shorts, over top my underwear. For some reason, I guess I'd had them on, like, in case we were going to play a pickup basketball game. I don't fucking know. I had those on. So anyway, so I'm like,
that is wild.
So I pull them off, and they aren't hit with any shit from the looks of it. There's not any shit on them. I'm like, oh God, they were damp. You could tell they had, but they were dark colored. I was like, I can get out of here.
On them.
I can get out of here with these on. So I'm like, okay, so this will be okay. So
Swears insides turned to outsides.
Yeah,
that was on the shorts.
So I still have to like clean myself up like with water and shit. Like I got shit all over me. So I'm, like, I'm just gonna wait till it clears back out again, and I'm gonna go out here and at this very. I could see out, and I had my eye on a soap dispenser, paper towel thing, and there was a sink right there. So I knew I could clean myself up. So I wired up all my clothes that I wasn't gonna keep, like they were trash, and was gonna throw them in the trash can. So I go do that. Well, I open the door and I don't have any clothes on. I got my Crocs off my feet, and I'm standing there with no clothes on. I got those basketball shorts on the counter, and I'm thinking about keeping those clothes. It's my favorite pair of shorts. So I'm like, dude, I got to keep these shorts. I just loved how they fit. So I'm gonna keep the shorts. I'm gonna keep the shorts.
Basketball shorts.
Yeah, no, the light blue khaki.
Oh my god,
the golf shorts.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm gonna salvage these, dude. They were fucking destroyed, dude. They was black. They was black as Wes's shirt. It was like I was shitting tar, dude. So I'm standing there. Well, the door opens, and I'm stark naked, just washing my Crocs out. Luckily, it was an old man that walked in, and he just fucking looked at me, and I'm just sitting there, just washing my fucking Crocs out, naked, just fucking covered in shit. And I was like, so I grabbed some paper towels and I wet them, and I go back in the stall to clean myself up in privacy.
Yeah.
So I do that. Well, those shorts ended up being fucked. Those black basketball shorts, I couldn't wear them.
Yeah.
They were fucking disgusting. When I got further looking at them, further inspection, they're fucked. So all I have now is a golf shirt. So I'm like, fuck it. So I called my dad and said, hey, I'm about to go out to the truck. I'm just going to make a mad dash. I'm going to wrap this shirt around me, and I'm going to run out this fucking Bass Pro Shop to your truck. I said, I need you out there.
You didn't have any clothes on,
No,
just to wrap
the
yourself in a
Crocs and the
shirt.
T-shirt.
Golly.
I had to, I couldn't wrap myself up in shitty-ass shorts. You know what I mean? So I said, meet me out to the truck and let me in the truck, and then you can do whatever. I said, I can't stand in the parking lot naked. He's like, okay, I'll be out there in just a second. So I fucking bust out of there naked. The only thing I've got covered, my ass is bare. I covered up my junk, wrapped it around me, but my ass is bare. I just fucking take off. I don't look at nobody. I run out of that motherfucker, dude. Well, I get to his truck, and he's out there, and he's just shaking his head. He's laughing. So he's like, are you,
Your son, your grown-ass son,
yeah, dude,
runs out of Bass Pro naked with a shirt covered.
Yeah, covered in
He's
shit.
covered in shit.
Dude, I had shit in the back of my hair where I was running through the store. Like, I had shit all over me.
He's throwing rooster tail.
Yeah, dude. So he's like, dude. So I get to him. He's like, dude, it's a fucking disaster. he goes, your sister and your kids, they went to the damn food court. They said, I told them to get out of here. He said,
Y'all don't need to be a part of this.
He said, I didn't want them seeing their daddy in that kind of condition. I said, well, I appreciate that. My son still remembers this, by the way.
Oh,
My daughter, she was too little. But anyway, so he lets me in the truck. So my daughter was still in diapers, so I had like a diaper bag that had like baby wipes and stuff in it. So I'm like, cool, I'll get cleaned up. So I get in there. It's 100 fucking degrees. He didn't leave me the keys. And there's a handicap thing hanging from the mirror thing. Well, the front two windows weren't tinted, but the rest of the truck was.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there and I get cleaned up. Well, I had my daughter's baby blanket with her name embroidered on it, and I used all her wipes to clean myself up best I could. The inside of that motherfucker smelled like a turtle tank. Dude, it stunk so fucking
Turtle
tank. I'm in there beading sweat. And I'm like, where the fuck are they at? Well, all of a sudden, people start looking in there because they see a person in this hot-ass car and a disabled thing, and I'm naked back here. I don't have no clothes on. All I got is my daughter's blanket covering me up. I'm in the third row, and there's people fucking looking in there, and they see me. Well, then security comes rolling around. Oh, my God. So they knock on the window. They're like, we want to make sure that somebody didn't leave somebody that was disabled in this car. So now they think I'm retarded. And then my family has left me in this truck, this hot-ass truck, and I've shit myself. So finally...
I mean, it's not real wrong. It's not far off.
So I get them
Never
away.
right to check.
So I get them away, tell them, what's going on. Like my dad, I didn't tell him I shit all through the store. I just said my dad's coming, whatever.
Yeah.
We're getting ready to
My
leave.
papa coming.
Yeah. So he gets out to the truck. He hands me a pair of shorts, and he goes, I wasn't paying $15 for fucking underwear. He goes, you're going to have to wear these shorts. Without the underwear. And I was like, damn, dude. I was like, I'm covered. I'm galded. It's 100 degrees. I'm like, all right. So he hands them to me. He said, let me know when everybody else can get in the truck. So we did that, and I get in there. And I put the shorts on, and I don't have a shirt still. He didn't even get me a shirt. So I'm just riding back with fucking no shirt on. The fucking inside of this truck smells like shit. So we get ready to leave. We're going to plan on going to eat and all this stuff. So my sister goes, what y'all want to do for supper? And my dad's like, I think I lost my appetite. And he goes, what the fuck's that smell? And he goes, I said, what do you mean? He goes, I said, I cleaned up best I could. He goes, no, not you. He said, I don't think it's you. He said, I can smell baby wipes and shit. He said, I smell shit. I kept them shorts. And he said, and I put him in a Walmart sack, and I tied him up and put him behind the seat. And he goes, I told him I kept them shorts. He goes, let me see that bag. I said, all right. I hand it to him. He drives over by where the General Jackson steamboat is, gets out and just throws the shit in the dumpster. And he goes, fuck them shorts. Then we just went home. It's a disaster, dude. I ain't been back to Bass Pro Shop since.
We should go back.
Yeah.
As a
Redemption.
team.
Film it.
revisit.
film it.
It was absolutely
Yeah.
insane. But I had to do that.
Maybe Josh can show us
Exactly,
his
My path.
your path.
We can rewalk it.
Yeah.
Like a walk with dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
I got a vision in my head for it. Damn, I got a vision.
it's like going through
Sing
your
it.
like visiting your like worst fear situation or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's therapy. Is what I'm trying to.
And you know what, guys? The sooner we get to 10,000 subscribers, the sooner we will put this video out.
That's right.
yeah.
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 Because we need a little juice to be able to, behind us, to be able to get to Talk Bass Pro and letting us film in there.
I will tell you this though. Ever since then, I don't really get embarrassed that much in public about anything.
I'd imagine
Well, that
not.
was the peak.
yeah,
So,
I don't know that you could be any more embarrassed than that.
any other
But you
time,
know, what's
you could
crazy
say,
is
any
why-
other time you could say, hey, at least I didn't shit myself.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
yeah. Go ahead. I'm
that
sorry.
was the first of many times I've shit myself in public since then. It's happened before.
But none
Not
were
like that, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say not like
No.
that. Yeah. Yeah.
No, dude, I disgraced
What kind
that
of underwear
place.
were you wearing?
Like Hanes, like boxer briefs, like tight, like tight to my leg, but like
Yeah.
it wouldn't hold none of that.
Not
dude.
watertight.
No, I don't think watertight would have held it. I think
Pants
it would.
mean
It was up
shit.
my
Probably
back,
a lot
dude.
of pressure coming out.
Oh, I'm
too when
sure.
it came because he was squeezing. It was coming out in force.
Dude,
Yeah.
I remember dude standing there before it happened, just squeezing so hard.
I bet
dude,
he
was
got
like,
up to like upwards to 10 to 15 psi.
Oh,
I know I got up to 200 beats per minute in my heart. Probably. Dude, I was freaking the fuck out for. Dude, I was
I wish
sweating. Dude.
I wish we could interview that like 19-year-old that was handing out shit.
There was people that quit their job that day.
I'm sure that there's
no,
people
I'm
that
not
were
claiming
working there that day that will never forget seeing that
oh,
happen.
dude, I know there's got to be security footage somewhere, right?
Oh yeah, man! I wish we could get a hold of that.
Dude, you know it's somewhere. Just to see, I'm not making any of this up. This is all true fucking story. And just
No,
to see,
he did tell this like exactly like almost a year ago.
dude, just to see
the
the
only
look on
new
my
thing
face was
I feel like
probably
that I didn't know was the security coming to check
yeah,
on you.
they come around.
I
Yeah,
don't remember that
checked,
part
yeah.
of it.
Well,
Little
you got about that was about 15 good minutes there, Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. So everybody listen, that's his machine story.
Yeah, that's gonna
But
be
his
that's gonna be
Kreischer
my claim to
machine
fame.
story.
Yeah.
It's gonna be my claim to fame.
So punch that like and subscribe button.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
if you
No,
want
that's
more
good.
cool shit like this.
I'm
It's funny, I
I'm
don't-
good at whoring
But
us
you know,
out today.
people get embarrassed about shit like if that happening when everybody shits. You know, like
Yeah, and I mean
it could
obviously
happen to anybody.
obviously you have like a
Disease.
Yeah,
I didn't know that at the
disease.
time. I thought I was dying. I didn't know
Yeah.
what the fuck was going on.
yeah, so but everybody, you know, especially the people that are there in the moment, your obvious first thing is going to be like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? He can't like not shit himself.
Right.
like but yeah.
I was bringing awareness to autoimmune disease and didn't even know it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. What the hell was that? Your fucking Casio go off or something?
It'll tell you when it's on the hour.
Casio
My KCO does all kinds of tricks.
Oh, it is 7:00.
Yeah.
Okay.
tips and tricks.
What anything else popping this week? I did see. I sent it to y'all, so I wouldn't forget, and it also made me not forget. But they Peacock deleted every bit of the breaking
I
competition.
seen you sent that to me.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess they're just going to erase the breakdancing off of the history of the Olympics.
That's so sad
To smear it
too.
on the Olympics.
Because I don't know if y'all ever watched.
Will skateboarding be back? You think
I thought skateboarding left.
Yes, no, skateboarding.
is staying?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I mean, it's
Why
kind of
would
like one of those
skateboarding-
ones. It hadn't been around that
Ray
long.
Gun didn't do nothing to skateboarding.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but I mean,
But I mean, like breakdancing is like pretty serious stuff. Like it's not easy to do. She made it look real dumb,
Right.
but it sucks for all the people that are actually good at it that
You got to have really
Or
good
get-
rhythm.
are getting fucked out of not being able to do it. You know, there's
So
other things.
supposedly that woman ran like the Australian breakdancing organization or something like that, and she put on a bunch of tournaments, and her husband were in charge of this organization, and they like rigged a bunch of tournaments to where she would be the best that
Really?
Australian had.
That's
yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah, I read that. Man, I don't know. Who knows anymore? You can't.
Believe
So much
anything.
shit you can't trust anymore. But if that is true, that is just awful because all she did was hurt the sport that she supposedly likes or loves, whatever.
Yeah.
And
A lot
her,
of people
I
do
do
that.
know that her husband has been breaking for like a decade.
What's his name?
I don't
Laser.
know.
Laser.
Uncle Laser.
Uncle
man,
Laser.
you know
what
what was-
happened to Uncle Laser?
He's still around.
Is he?
Yeah. He popped in. I thought
He's traveling, isn't he? He's traveling doing
Yeah, he-
stand-up, so that's why you don't see him much.
I saw him at Zany's a few months ago or whatever.
You know, it was a fun show to watch back in the day. Speaking of Laser, American Gladiator.
Oh, yeah.
Dang, that was a good
Did you
show.
ever watch the documentary on
watched
Netflix?
it.
I haven't yet.
Chunk of it.
I haven't
I
watched
need
it.
to.
I've probably watched 45 minutes.
They
of it,
didn't
I
pay
think.
them people like at all.
I know.
Yeah, and
apparently.
they were like, "If you want more money, then quit and go
Go
find
be a
something
football
else."
player.
Yeah.
He said somebody else
He'll
will
do it.
come in and take your spot.
Go
I
be a
know.
wrestler.
Crazy. Crazy that they didn't pay any of those
Yeah,
gladiators.
and they were like breaking their necks, like,
Oh, yeah.
literally and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch the documentary. I've read things about it before
Yeah,
about
those
how
are
many
real
injuries
deal
that they had.
injuries, man.
Because it's the same as like wrestling, like
Yeah.
pro wrestling.
It
Like
might be
even though
more
it's
dangerous because it's not
Sanctioned and shit.
well, it's not synchronized like with another player.
Right,
So
like
it,
with a professional.
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, because I mean like in professional wrestling or whatever, like they make. I mean, obviously if you're a big star, you make a whole bunch of money. But even like the small guys still make.
Like
Decent.
stand up, like your mid-level acts. you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, man. I saw a clip of some modern day wrestling the other day, and this dude, I mean, it looked like he got full-fledged kicked in the jaw. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that looks good.
I remember what.
If that's not real, then those boys are doing good.
They
Yeah.
fooled me.
Yeah. I was gonna say I've listened to what the Undertaker, Kurt Angle, somebody else on Rogan. He's had
Undertaker. Yeah, sorry.
I can't remember.
Kurt Angle.
I think
Did you say
Kane.
that?
I think Kane's been on Rogan before, and all.
He's the
Who's the
governor
guy-
of Chattanooga, not governor, the mayor of Chattanooga.
Yeah.
now. Knoxville.
Was Mick
Knoxville.
Foley?
Knoxville.
Who did Mick Foley? Was that Theo?
I don't know. I haven't seen him
Mick
on a
Foley.
pod.
I could.
I would.
see him
I
being
would
really
watch
good.
that
I would
though.
watch
didn't-
Mick Foley. I like Mick
I
Foley.
like Mick. Yeah, old Cactus Jack.
Yeah.
Dude love.
Dude love.
Mankind.
I like Dude Love a lot.
Yeah.
Tie-dye shirt with the bandana.
Yeah.
Speaking of Dude Love, it is time. It is time to actually pay the bills and get into our first.
Yeah, talk right into that microphone.
Yeah, I was talking into my phone a second ago.
It's his first day.
Been doing this a year.
If y'all don't mind, guys.
Yeah, go
Okay,
ahead.
okay, go ahead.
Sorry.
Introducing Solid Defense Underwear Company. Are you tired of those unexpected surprises in your pants? Got a case of the old oops, I did it again? Fear no more. Our new Solid Defense Underwear has got your backside covered. Literally. Leak-proof technology. Whether it's a light toot turned tragedy or a full-on disaster, our triple-layer leak-proof barrier stops everything in the tracks. Poop stays where it belongs, not in your pants.
Or on the floor.
Yeah.
bad,
Discreet and comfortable. No more waddling around in fear. Our Solid Defense undies look like regular underwear, feel like regular underwear, but have the superpower to save your dignity in any situation. Stylish designs from midnight blackout to emergency beige. We've got your colors that make both your style and your situation. There's a bonus feature, the odor neutralizing power, so you can keep your cool even when things get heated. Don't let a little accident ruin your day. Grab your Solid Defense underwear today and poop with confidence. Order now and get a free crisis-averted keychain because life's too short to stress about the mess.
Speaking of crisis keychain, I did after that day. What I've learned is I keep clothes with me everywhere I go.
I think you need a medical bracelet.
I've got one. I just don't wear it. I really do have one. They gave me one when I lost my leg because it's got all my blood in case I start bleeding out or something.
Yeah.
Where I
Yeah.
take blood thinners. But yeah, speaking of shit though, so Saturday night after the festival, we got to the car, right? Like you walked with us over there, and we got in the car. We got ready to leave.
Yeah.
Well, Christy saw one of her friends walk into their car that I guess had been looking for me. I guess during the festival, and they just didn't find me. Like they had seen her, but they didn't see me.
Yeah.
So it's a married couple. So they walked up. Well, she hollers, dude, I just farted in the car like so fucking hard, dude. It stunk so fucking bad. I said, don't you get them over here. Dude, they walk over there and lean
Stick their head in.
right into the window. And her husband like reaches like all the way across Christy is like dapping me up. Like, hey man, it's drunk as hell. It's good to see you, man. How you doing? I know. He was like, God damn. His wife leaned in for a second, right back out. She didn't even. She's like, good seeing y'all. I was like, dude, I farted all over the people.
The dude that was sitting.
Would that have been a better segue to my story?
Yeah, I wish you would have. I wish you would have tried a little bit.
Comedy's all about time.
Speaking of poop and buttholes.
Golly.
I'm just gonna put a big poop emoji for this week's graphic on our YouTube thumbnail.
Maybe the poop emoji could replace the pyramid.
Oh,
And then put a
Bass
Bass
Pro
Pro
Shop.
on top of the poop emoji.
That's the Bass Pro Shop mecca. That's the mecca of the. That's
Yeah,
the
we'll have to
gateway.
talk about. I don't not having my phone. I can't remember all the facts about Bass Pro, but it was like it started off as where the Grizzly or no, I think it was.
It was made to be like a Madison Square Garden, like a
event,
and then a Hard Rock Cafe at the top.
Mike Tyson
then
fought
fought
there.
there.
Yeah,
And then we just watched a few minutes of that documentary. The Memphis, what's the college in Memphis? Whatever the
Tigers.
University of Memphis Tigers.
Yeah, they were their basketball team was gonna play there too.
they did play there.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, they
Years,
did.
10 years or something.
Yeah, they played there for a while.
I bet they were pissed to lose that.
when Coach Cal was there before
Yeah,
he went
it
to
got
Kentucky.
to like 08 or so, and then a church owned it for like 4 years. And then I think in like 2010 or so is when Bass Pro bought it, and then they reopened it.
It became Bass Pro Shop's gateway to the West.
Yeah, so they bought it in 2010, and I guess it probably. I mean, it's pretty crazy in there. So I guess it took them 5 years to revamp it.
It's enormous too.
And then because I know that this for a fact, 2015 is when that they reopened it, and it's now Bass Pro. And man, whenever I was there in 2021, I mean, it was hopping.
Yeah.
And they've got like a private restaurant at the peak of it. Like I walked up
Super
to the elevator.
private.
Super.
I walked up to the
Penthouse.
elevator to go
Illuminati
up,
stuff going on
and it was like, hey, you can pay like $20 to just go to the peak and like look out. Or if you have reservations, you can just. I was like, I'm not paying $20 to go to the top of this thing. So,
I can see it from the bridge, dude.
yeah,
That's where the Illuminati initiation ceremony starts.
It's 2/3 the size though of the original pyramid in Giza, which is
yeah.
crazy.
Oh, that, and then the original plans were to have 3 of them.
3 of them, yeah.
How crazy would that fucking be if there was 3
right there
in
off of Beale
Memphis?
Street? You got Memphis over here. The fucking
And then faux Egypt.
yeah, then Egypt.
Glass Egypt.
That would be wild if there was 3 of them, though.
Yeah, it'd be pretty crazy.
I mean, it cost a lot to make too.
Nowadays, back then it was a fortune. I'm sure now it'd be crazy, billions of dollars.
$45 million.
Back then,
Yeah.
now it costs $450 million or some shit.
Jesus
Well, hell,
Christ.
just that new stadium the Titans are building is like $3 billion or $2 billion or some shit.
That's the price of wood.
You're a Tennessee. You're a Tennessee resident.
That's the price of wood for you.
So your taxpayers, so your taxes be paying for that.
Yeah, I mean, we don't even have we don't have income
Right,
tax.
but you're paying for the Tennessee Titans Stadium.
I built most of a shed today.
Out of what?
Wood.
How much that run you?
think I
For
shared
40
yesterday,
sticks of 16-foot 2x4s, I think was like, $296.
I got tickled that video I shared. You talking about? Did I get sawdust in your eye? I'm just covered in it.
Oh, yeah.
I stay
All
covered in
day.
it. I stay covered in it.
It's covered me up all day.
I stay covered in it.
Well, they call me sawdust. Everybody called me sawdust.
I have no skills like that.
You gotta take your
whatsoever.
time on carpentry now. I don't rush carpentry.
I could see me, somebody, they're like, all right, Josh, we need you to build a house, and my head would just fucking explode. I'd be in there tripping the fuck out.
Funny, my uncle runs Matt Wheeler Homes. I'm gonna send you an invoice
Matt
for this
Wheeler.
advertisement.
A sponsorship for me.
But yeah, Wheeler Homes, and we're in Glasgow. He's actually building my parents' new
Why
house
haven't
right now.
you told him that I pressure wash new construction houses?
I did. I actually sent him your way, and he said you were too expensive.
You gotta buy more earrings.
You actually quoted him on the job.
Are those Florida State earrings, the spear?
No. We're talking business over here, so why don't you back off?
Dude, I mean,
There's bills to pay.
he's been doing it for so long. Like, I'm sure he just went with whatever the cheapest thing was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay, Matt. I still love you, brother.
He's a good guy.
I'm
he builds
busy
real,
enough.
he builds real nice houses.
Real. I mean, up to
I'll
par,
get you,
bud.
I'll get you a contract with him eventually. Actually, funny enough, I didn't tell you about him. I don't think. He asked just on Facebook if anybody knew somebody that pressure washed, and I tagged
went
you.
to that lake house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. That was a big job.
Yep. Sorry you didn't get it, buddy. I tried.
Oh, I'm not upset. I
Okay.
would have enjoyed the work, though, Matt, and you would have enjoyed me. I tell you what.
I know, he's such a good dude. I even told my dad, I was like, I told my mom, because it's my mom's sister's husband. I was
Man,
like, hey, put in a
This
good
is riveting.
This guy's
Put
getting
it-
a lot of fucking free airtime.
put in a good word for old Nicky for me.
Okay. Moving on. What we got?
All right, now we got the bills really paid.
Paid.
I had a fever dream. The other day, and I woke up like when I was sick and feeling puny. I woke up in the middle of the night and just wrote probacterial soap, not antibacterial.
You
want more
to
bacteria.
Grow
I
the
think
bacteria.
I think it like attracts bacteria or something. I don't know.
Is this to help like immune systems? To
I
build
think
them up?
so, yeah.
I mean, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on how much bacteria you're getting. I mean, there's probably certain bacteria you don't want,
Yeah.
like Giardia.
I bet there probably is.
Yeah, you don't want food
Yeah,
poisoning,
that's a good
salmonellas and things
Salmonellas?
like that. Yeah,
Assumption.
sarsaparilla.
We went.
As my
Never
brother
good.
would say, yes, you damn sarsaparilla.
It's from, was it Big
Trailer Park
Lebowski?
Boys, I think so.
Big Lebowski, whenever
Does he say sarsaparilla?
he's sitting with Sam Elliott, and he's asked for a sarsaparilla.
Sarsaparilla. Is it a drink?
Speaking of Sam
Yeah, it's a drink.
Elliott, I saved
Your mustache?
Melissa from a snake.
Again?
That's what I told him. I said,
yeah.
he's a snake, like attractor.
Yeah.
When?
That was me attempting to segue and transition like Josh does.
Okay.
Just fucking throw
Did
it
she
out
catch
there.
a trouser snake?
That's not a hard. to say it, bud.
Did she snare that sucker up?
Dr. Wallen, are you listening?
Are you listening to this? Gosh, guys, why is it always sucking and fucking?
Your
with you?
daughter's not a virgin. Did you
what
know
they're
that?
in, they know what they get when they tune in to Fine by Me.
No, we had just got done like taking a break, kayaking on the river, and she just got back in her boat, and I was talking to her, and I looked up, and there was like a baby copperhead.
That's the ones
Swimming
that
up
that's
to
the most
her.
dangerous ones is the babies.
They
Yeah.
can't control their venom.
Venom, right.
But yeah, so I just grabbed her kayak and pulled it. Like I made this. She said I made this huge scary face, and then just grabbed her and pulled her out.
Were
of the
you
way.
scared?
Oh, I was very surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't
Were y'all in
read.
kayaks, you said?
Yeah.
Did you kill
Yeah.
the critter?
No.
You let it go?
Yeah.
Just to bite somebody
Just
else?
get it out of here.
It's a copperhead. I mean, like it's
I'm
a
sure
daggum
they-
garden
I mean, they're there
snake.
for a reason.
Are
I mean,
they?
yeah, copperheads.
What do they do?
I mean, they help the
Rodents?
I was say they're part of the
Ecosystem.
ecosystem.
Birds can
Yeah.
eat them.
Yeah,
That's true. Hawks definitely fuck a
Yeah.
copperhead up.
yeah.
Man, we saw so many birds on that. We saw like a baby
Been bird watching.
albino hawk or something. I don't know what it was. We didn't get real
The
close to it,
albatross,
but it was beautiful, and it just sat there the whole time while we
like a little angel.
floated by it.
Like an
Yeah.
angel.
Yeah, like a little angel. I love that show, Touch by an Angel, when I was a kid.
I can see that.
Touched
you watch
by
Dr. Quinn,
an
Medicine Woman,
angel.
too?
No, I watched Seventh Heaven, and I watched one
What
where
about
it was
the dad from Seventh Heaven getting all that shit?
Yeah, wasn't he like a
I think
He was like a trouble.
I think-
pedo or something?
Yeah,
like that?
Lucy and Simon.
Yeah.
I think
The Jessica Biel.
they just jumped into the Me Too movement. I think that's what happened.
Oh,
I think,
wow.
I think
Oh, well, we're
everything-
blaming this on the victims now, huh?
Okay.
Yeah, I think everything blew over, and they decided
We
that
get a lot of diversity on this podcast. See what the people you're talking to. Some people don't give a damn. Some people do. So
It's not that I give a damn. It's just like I've never heard about this. I don't
Hey,
know anything about it.
I dare you. I dare you.
I think people probably have different definitions of what that is, right?
I guess
Of
so.
getting molested?
Like it depends on if
He
it's,
undressed me with his eyes.
Right. It could
Oh.
be different, like assault, like different things. Like people
Oh.
could blame, is what I'm saying. Like
Oh, wow. I
certain
didn't know people
things.
did that. I thought you had to actually do some touching.
Well, I think you do for you get in trouble,
Loving,
but people could bring up
touching,
allegations or something.
Squeezing.
That's a Journey song. Isn't
Yeah, it is.
That is a Journey. Steve Perry.
It is.
Steve
It is. I got a
Perry.
little cousin named Journey.
Really?
After the band.
I think you would say like a little cousin named Steve Perry.
No, her name's Journey.
Oh, it'd be weird if
Speaking
it
of
was a
Steve
girl
Perry,
named Steve Perry.
Steve McNair.
Isn't it the one that
Anyway.
got shot?
There's a new documentary on Netflix about him.
Is he the one that got shot?
Yeah, July 4th, 2009.
Wow,
I
R.I.P.
used to rent my buddy's uncle's condo in Nashville.
No, he didn't.
Is that the one
That's
that
the way I remember it.
happened at?
Huh?
Is that the one that happened at?
No, wasn't the one that happened. Oh man, it might have been.
I always wonder, like, because I understand that like crime scene situations, like they don't, like the cops just come in and like obviously take the body, but they don't clean anything up.
They leave it.
So like,
There's
what do you?
Crew. There's people that come and clean it. I
wonder
guess
if-
after they
No,
get
you
the
got to
evidence.
pay people.
Yeah, you
It's
gotta
not
pay-
the government.
Yeah, you got to pay
have
somebody to
the
do it.
owner of the residence
Yeah,
has to pay.
I wonder
to
if it's
clean.
covered under insurance or anything.
You're the insurance guy.
Yeah,
Why
I
don't
do.
you
I deal with
call some people.
I deal with cars and whatnot. I don't deal with
You
houses.
probably deal with casualties sometimes, though, don't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I used to. I mean, whenever I was an injury adjuster.
Big
yeah.
casualty guy over
Yeah.
here.
Unfortunately, no, it was
Unfortunately.
awful. It was.
Yeah.
I liked.
forward to going into work
You have to
every
go
day.
check them cars out, and they have like pieces
Yeah,
of
my
skull and
boss.
shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've seen. I've had to go to the Tennessee, like the THP impound lot, Highway Patrol, which is kind of like southeast of Nashville. Like it's in Davidson County, but I have seen some cars there that don't look like cars, and they've just got blood and everything all over
Yeah,
them.
blood and
And you've
bones.
got to, whenever you go there, obviously the cars they're in that impound for a reason, because like a investigation is still ongoing, so you've got an officer there with you when you're inspecting them,
Right.
and they like make sure that you don't
You
touch
don't fuck
anything.
with nothing, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like the dude that does it, I think it's Officer Singleton or Singletary or something like that. It's the dude's name, but he's a real good dude.
I like that name.
Yeah,
It's a good common name.
yeah. He's
What's
a good
the
dude.
craziest shit you ever seen? Like the vehicle, like a semi
Yeah,
truck.
tell us about the darkest moments of your life.
That's what we're here.
Dude,
They won't lift you up.
I don't
Yeah,
remember what
I
kind of
promise.
car. Like I said, I've seen cars that don't look like cars anymore. It was literally the one of them that I remember seeing at the impound lot was some kind of SUV, like a full size SUV, and half of it was just gone. Like literally gone.
I saw a video on I think
Like,
it
well,
was
so it still had the wheelbase and the floor,
the frame and stuff.
the top
but
half.
the top half of it, like half of it was gone.
They go under.
And the other side was kind of caved in a little bit, but the driver's side
Like
all
they
the
ran
way.
up underneath like a trailer or
underneath.
something.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
remember what-
Like blunt.
Yeah,
Perpendicular.
fast, going fast.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah.
ran
I
around.
don't
And
remember.
now, as we promised to pick you back up, to lift your spirits back up, me and Josh are gonna kiss on the mouth
No, we're not.
for 5 seconds.
He's been sick.
Please.
First of all, that's not. The
Oh
only
yeah, he's got
reason.
an autoimmune disease.
Yeah, I'm
you
not.
can't
I
do
don't
that,
want to. I already
Josh.
feel bad. We're not doing that.
Nick, you'll end up killing this
Yeah,
guy.
dude. Wouldn't that be something if I died from a fucking chest cold?
Every kiss begins with
Gun
K.
lives through a fucking get my leg chopped off, all sorts of shit.
You
and I
get
fucking
mono from Nick.
Get a chest cold and die. That's Josh's story. Fuck, man.
He died from a kiss on a podcast that gets 2,000 views a month.
I hope it was worth it. Explain that to my children. This time next year, be like, well, I remember that time.
I was like,
Cheer us up.
it is more like 2,600. So I mean, it might be worth it to get us up to 3,600 or
Squeeze
so.
it up, squeeze it. I'm trying to get him to give me a bowl cut on camera. When
Ooh,
when I'm ready to get a haircut,
That's a good
we'll
idea.
let y'all do a bowl cut.
I mean, I'll do it. I just
Yeah.
don't think it's a good idea.
well, I'm not going to keep it.
And guys,
You know?
again, punch that like and
I want you.
subscribe button.
I want to look like Simple Jack when y'all.
No,
are done.
you've got to. If you do it, you've got to keep it for 30 days,
No, a week. I'll do a week.
2 weeks,
No, a week.
2
10
weeks.
days. 10
What-
days.
Hey, do you
2
want to say
weeks.
5,000? You want to say 5,000?
If we get 5,000,
5,000 views
no, how
in a
about
week,
this?
or what?
If we get 500 subscribers,
500 subscribers.
then I'll do a bowl cut and I'll keep it for 30 days.
30-day
I
bowl
need
cut.
500 subscribers. Yeah, I'll do it.
subscribers.
30
And
day
then
bowl
at
cut.
1,000 subscribers, we're gonna kiss.
No, I don't want to kiss nobody, but I'll give a bowl. 500 subscribers, I'll do a bowl cut and I'll keep it for 30 days, and we'll make content with me having the bowl cut. With me having the bowl cut.
Simple Jack.
Yeah.
2,000 subscribers. I'll let Nick give me like a heart-shaped pubic area.
Oh. Jeez. Somehow that.
We'll keep my hair cut above the neck.
Is that how you felt when I wanted to kiss you? The way I feel right now? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's disgusting.
My daughter was like the night of the festival. She goes, Nick hugs everybody, and I was like, because we're not big huggers. She goes, Nick hugs everybody, doesn't he? I said, oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's funny.
He's
I hug everybody.
Yeah, you know what I mean though. Like Nick's might kiss you on the face.
That's
There's a good
true.
chance of it.
Yeah.
That's true.
You might get a high five from me. You know what I'm saying?
Whenever me and I hadn't seen Stringer in at least 7 years, probably maybe a little bit
Yeah,
less.
did y'all kiss on the nose?
No,
Kisses?
no, I picked him up.
Butterfly kisses?
No, I picked him up. Like,
Oh, is that Stringer when he came over to
yeah,
us?
yeah. I
Okay.
picked him up and he put his legs around me.
Y'all did have a little dirty dancing moment.
Melissa and Michaela said, "Why didn't he greet you like that?" And I was like, "We see each other all the time."
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah,
And we
I
talk
ju-
every day.
yeah. I was like, I just saw him a few days ago.
Yeah, we just went to a comedy show.
Might as well be brothers. I mean, like, you ain't just going out of your way to
Fuck
hug
this
that dude.
guy.
Like,
We're brothers.
We'll be
Give me a
arguing
high
tomorrow.
five.
Yeah.
Me and him for sure. We'll be arguing tomorrow. He'll say something just to piss me off. He knows how to do it. He can do it. He's such
Wow.
an instigator.
I love her.
You
Well,
are.
boys, I don't really. I had a segue earlier, and then we just kind of kept going. But I have the past several days. I've been like rewatching old episodes, trying to get some inspiration. I was gonna like kind of go back over some of the things that I've talked about over the past year, but y'all don't want to hear about that. You've already heard about it.
We already heard about it.
hear?
If you-
I've heard about it at least once.
Why don't
maybe
you
two
tell
times.
us what we want to hear?
If you ain't heard about it, there's episodes out there that you can go back
53 of them so far.
that you can go back and listen to, and you can, if you want to know more on it, just fucking message me, or maybe I'll cover it again some other day.
I would love for us to get some kind of like one phone call a week. Like we don't have to do it live.
Yeah.
But somebody call us like with the three, whether it be on Zoom or something. Like we wouldn't put their face on there.
Yeah.
But just do the audio, and they could ask us whatever. Ask us whatever. We'll give you advice, or you can just call in and confess something.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Ooh.
And with your permission, we would air it
Yeah.
the following week or
That'd be
whatever.
cool. Yeah. If
You can stay anonymous, or you can do a shout out. It's up
if
to
you want to do that, that's fine. I would absolutely do that interview with somebody.
That
if
would be
they-
so much fun, dude. Just to
if somebody,
get
or,
different.
or even if you didn't want to do an interview, if you just wanted to call me, like, or whoever,
Yeah, call one of us.
call whoever, and I'll teach them how to record a phone call.
Yeah, I don't know how.
And I don't even have to say anything back. All I got to do is hit record, and then
Then we'll talk
I
about it on the
could
pod.
I could turn it off and be like, all right, is that all?
Yeah.
And then we can move on.
Right.
Like, I don't have to.
That'd
tell.
be awesome. So
Yeah. I could even like change your voice. Like, I'm pretty good at this thing at this point.
Yeah, just
so.
hit the email. I put the email on every podcast in the description on YouTube, whatever. Just shoot us the email.
Yeah.
And we'll get with you or whatever.
Yeah.
We'll figure that out. And what else? I was going to say something else too that I would like. I had an idea of something. It'll come to me. Just keep talking.
Okay.
I think we should do comments too. People should make posts on our page, and like maybe make comments about what they liked about the latest episode, what they didn't like,
That would
and
be
then
cool.
maybe we could
They need to start a
read.
group though. They can't comment on our page.
Okay.
They could comment on that on like the post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
And then we could read some of those comments on there.
I think we'll start, especially we've got a few like pretty diehard riders with us at this point. Diehard goons, diehard knockers, whatever you want to call them.
I'm calling them goons.
All
They're
right.
big goons now.
Knockers,
Goon
knockers
squad.
kind of sounds like a slur, like you said
It
earlier.
does.
It
We're
really
gonna call 'em
does.
goon
When they're
squad.
being bad, we'll call them knockers.
It kind of sounds like the N word every now and then. And
I
I'm,
think Goon Squad sounds kind of sick. Pretty dope.
Okay.
Goon Squad.
Those would be good shirts.
but we whenever we do Zoom episodes, I think
Put
we
a ghost
bring
on there.
bring some of them
Goon
with
Squad.
us. Give them some notice that we're going to do a Zoom episode. That a way they can easily pop in.
Yeah.
And they don't have to be there for the whole episode, but they can come in if they want to talk about something wild. They can talk about it and
Yeah, man.
go from there.
Give them
Sounds
5
good.
minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't even mind if they're there the whole
It's
time.
whatever they're comfortable talking.
Yeah, it doesn't-
As long as it's we're having conversation. I say however long it takes.
Yeah, I was gonna say all we do is talk. Like
Yeah.
this is just a conversation that is. Well, obviously, we have things we want to talk about when we come together, but for the most part, we're just talking, and it goes where it goes.
And then we start this Patreon. Y'all might get another extra 30 minutes or an hour with the boys every week if you.
Yeah, it'd have to be an hour. I was listening to Timmy D on the way up here. Apparently, Patreon is now taking 30% of the proceeds from people's Not Patreon. Apple.
Apple. Yeah.
Apple's taking
Patreon's 8% and 12%.
Yeah, Apple's now taking 30% from Patreon subscribers or from subscriptions.
Yeah, and I like how I love that we're transparent and we talk about anything like with this podcast. That's like we're like like I treat like our listeners like us, like it's just a bunch of like people chilling and talking. You know what I mean?
Business associates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all in this together.
Yeah. All of us do something different every day. It is what it is.
Right, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do.
right.
I did. To
We're just out here sucking and fucking.
That's it, man.
to kind of touch on, I had
Falling over each other.
Falling in love.
Falling in love. Some of us.
Yep. And if you're falling in love with me, please write to Josh and tell me exactly what it is
I love sappy love stories
that you like about me, and and we'll read those. We'll read those on air too.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah. Love notes or whatever. Hate notes. Hate notes.
Write a hate note.
Yeah, dude.
I actually had
Send us pictures of your dogs.
Dogs, cats. I love cats.
I'll look at dog pictures.
kind of close this one out, I guess, and teach y'all something since we didn't probably teach y'all anything else the rest of this hour or whatever.
Are they going to learn today?
We learned.
This is a long episode.
We learned
Yes.
like folklore today.
I'm about to teach you some more folklore.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Folklore day.
School me, man. I want to sit back and listen and learn.
Okay, close your eyes.
Close my eyes. Paint
So
me
I
a picture.
had, funny enough, not even a knocker. It was just somebody that knows what I do and knows what I'm into. Send me this story. It's the Nahanya Valley or Nahanya River Valley. It's in the northwest Canada.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're not familiar with northwest Canada, it is most of Canada in general is not occupied.
No,
it's just
Northwest up here by Alaska.
90%
Yeah.
of Canada's population is like 200 miles from our border.
Yeah. So there ain't nothing up there.
Most lakes in the world.
This,
Actually, 80% of the lakes in the world are located in Canada.
Really?
Yep.
This place ended up getting the name the Valley of Headless Man.
Oh, sounds scary.
It
I've been to the
does
Valley
sound
of the Legless
scary.
Man. This is the Valley of the
Every
Legless,
valley
yeah.
you walk in.
Yeah.
So obviously this place has been so Nahanya is named at the reason it's named that is because of the Indian tribe that lived there.
We'll
They
call
were
them
they were
natives.
a tribe. They were called the Naha.
Nah.
Nuh-uh.
And the Naha, there was two different names because there was a northern branch which would be in this area. There was a southern branch. I don't remember what they called each other, but weirdly enough, the northern branch in this area, it was like Sekga or something like that is what they called themselves, and in their language that meant slave. So the Canadian population, they called them the slave Indians because but they weren't. I don't know why they called themselves that because they weren't really slaves from what I understand. Unless they were slaves to some other god that we don't know about or something. But
Sounds like a lot of slaves I know, making it sound a lot worse than it actually was.
Oh gosh.
Jesus Christ.
I think that's only 1/3 of this podcast thinking.
That was 57 and a half minutes in.
Back to the Headless Man, please. Please back to the Headless Man before we get straight. We're only allowed 3 hard strikes on YouTube before they just cancel everything. I think we got 1.
So at some point in the late 1800s, I don't remember the date off the top of my head. I've looked into this for like a week now, and me looking at my notes now, I'm like, God dang it, I didn't write down the dates on this first page. It was like late 1800s, like I'm talking like almost on the verge of being in the 1900s. There were 3 brothers called the McLeod brothers. They were gold prospectors.
Oh, yeah.
They were.
You'd have fared well back then.
Fairly well.
I wouldn't survive. I'd have died at 18 from fucking dysentery.
So these guys
You'd have found
were
something you're good
aware that this area wasn't really prospected. Like nobody ever goes there. For whatever reason, they didn't at the time. There was no real stories on like why nobody went to this area. So they went and they were like,
Forbidden.
"We're gonna find some damn gold up here, boys."
Mm-hmm.
So they went. They were traveling down a river that goes straight through the valley called Flat River. Flat River's kind of ironic because it's not flat at all. It's rapids. Like the whole thing is pretty much river rapids.
It's like calling a big man tiny.
Yeah. So they went down. They went down this river. They finally found a place to kind of pull over and take a break.
Jumbo
and they
shrimp.
ended up just pulling out their sleuths, which a sluice is like the thing that you pan for gold with.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like it's the
little
the
plate
tray
filter.
the
Yeah.
tray thing that
Yeah.
that you let
Sluice,
you
yeah,
let.
or something. I watched what's that show used to come on Discovery? It was Gold Rush.
Yeah, something like that.
They had the
yeah.
big ones that would shake the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these were like handheld ones. Each
Okay.
of them had one.
We got an expert over here.
I knew Gold Rush was sick.
But they had brought all kinds of containers and whatnot, and just this first place that they stopped, they ended up staying there for 2 days, filled up all their containers.
With
Everyone-
gold.
Yeah, with gold. With big ass pieces of gold too,
Big
from what
chunks.
they say.
I love gold. I love gold.
Gold.
So they were like, "Well, we've filled up everything. We'll just go back to like our main campsite, kind of outside of the valley." But on their way back,
In the valley.
the boat capsized. So they
Tell all this time.
lost all the gold,
Ripped their heads off.
lost all the gold, lost 2 of their sleuths, and most of their equipment. So they were obviously like super heartbroken. They were
What
like,
an
"We were
idiot.
about to be fucking rich, and now we're not."
Dude, it would destroy me.
Yeah, so they stopped.
You wouldn't
Obviously,
stand a
they
chance.
swam to
Emotionally wrecked.
they swam to the coast, and they ended up getting some of the lumber from the boat that they'd just broken up, and they ended up making another boat. And they had a little meeting. They were like, "Hey, why don't
go
we
back.
just go back? We've
Let's
still
just-
got one sleuth.
We're here.
Sleuths left. Let's just go back and do it again."
Get some more, yeah.
Yeah,
here.
we got a little greedy. If you
Yeah,
will.
well-
Somebody's wife was going to be pissed if they didn't come back with gold.
Yeah, don't you come home
Empty-handed,
without no gold.
Charles.
We've been gone for 4 fucking around.
So they went back. And
Brothels.
They went back to that same spot, found none.
Damn.
Next day they go
Wasn't
home.
the same spot.
No.
So their names were Willie Frank and Charlie McLeod.
I said Charles.
Yeah. So they went to go back.
Women's intuition.
William Frank were like, "Hey, we should go back. You know, we'll not go. We're not going to that same spot, but we'll keep traveling down the road, down the river, and find another place to stop."
Feel it.
Charlie was like, "I don't know this. Like the boat capsized. That river was crazy. Like this seems too much. Like we should pump the brakes and not go
Yeah,
back."
Charlie's wife might have been mean, but he loved her.
He loved
and
it.
He wanted to make
get
it
back.
home.
Yeah, he wanted to get back to her.
So William Frank ended up going back, and they brought a fella named Robert Wise with them.
I hope he was. Wise.
Probably wasn't.
So obviously this was late 1800s.
If Wes is telling a story, it's probably not a wise decision to go.
So this was obviously late 1800s. You didn't have cell phones, didn't have phones in general. So not
Didn't
hearing,
have fucking electricity.
not hearing from somebody for an extended period of time was not odd. So like months went by. Charlie was like, I mean, there's 3 of them out there. They're all super capable of getting in and getting out. Like so,
People didn't worry about other people.
yeah,
back then. They
if
was all
they're
just trying to
still up
survive.
there, then that means they're still. They must have found just pay dirt. Like so, they must be up there just bringing in the money. 2 years went by.
2 years.
And finally, Charlie was like, "All right, this is this is a little bit wild. We ain't heard anything from these
2
guys."
years, yeah.
My brother.
Yeah.
I need my cut. He was looking for money. He didn't give a shit about his brothers.
So in that 2 years, after that 2 years, he
They got my sloshing pan up there. I'm going to get it.
so he made a search party with 4 others. They ended up going down the river. They ended up hitting this place called Second Canyon, which there's 4 canyons up there. They're aptly named: First Canyon, Second Canyon, Third Canyon,
Smart.
Fourth Canyon.
Smart.
Easy.
But Second Canyon along the Flat River, there's a 10-mile like stretch that there's no bank at all, so there's nowhere to dock a boat, and it's all straight up 2,000 feet or 3,000 feet cliffs.
Sounds like a gorge.
Yeah, it's straight up.
A canyon, if you will.
Yeah, it's straight up 3,000 feet, and there's all
Straight
you can
up.
see them. Like I saw pictures.
From
I might
space.
try to throw some pictures in right now, but you can see the
An hour and 4 minutes.
hour and 4 minutes. All right, the you can see these like cave openings. So while you're traveling on this 10-mile thing, you can see all these cave openings, and it just looks like somebody is like watching you the whole time, because they're like, you can't. Nobody's ever been in these caves except for some of them that are on the lower levels, because there's really no way to get to them.
Label it up.
And it's also noted that
Or
the water through this valley or through this second canyon is also thousands of feet deep.
Damn.
So yeah, the cliffs go 3,000 above water, and I think it was about $2,000 below is how deep the water is right there.
2 ton deep.
So it's fucking deep. So ended up got past the second canyon. They ended up finding a campsite. They found the first body. He was actually laying on the ground, reaching for a gun that was next to a tree, like propped up next to a tree, and he was missing his head.
Headless.
And he was burned.
Ichabod Crane.
He was burned, and he was missing his head.
He got hit with a hot sword.
Pumpkinhead.
Yeah, and then the second body
Pumpkinhead.
was found, and it was found in a tent not far, like in that same campsite. They ended up, and it was also missing its head.
Headless.
It was also headless. The heads were never found, but they ended up being able to identify the 2 bodies that they found because of personal effects that they found at the campsite or whatever,
Yeah.
and that ended up being William Frank, the 2 brothers. Robert Wise, the guy they brought with them, was never found. They did like several, like a long ways away from it on the shoreline. They ended up finding a just pretty much fully decomposed skeleton that the Mounties ended up saying, yeah, this is probably Robert Wise.
Yeah.
But it was never, obviously,
Confirmed.
late
Yeah, they didn't have
1800s.
all
They
that.
didn't
The
know.
Mounties.
They didn't have crime scene investigators.
Yeah, they didn't have CSI
That
back
first
then.
48 hours is the most important, and we learned that
We did.
during the Milk
We've
Carton
learned
episode. And from the popular TV show. Go ahead, Wes.
They had a journal at the campsite, like kind of stating like some of the places, like describing the area where they found like a shit ton of gold. But at the campsite there was no gold. Like it was all gone. So like they had found some and should have had some with them.
So do
but
they
there
know
was
what got them? Like even to this day, they still don't know like,
Nope.
what got the gold, what
Nope.
killed them, or whatever.
nope.
My women's intuition suggests that a spirit
Savages.
possessed Robert Wise.
I bet it was godless savages that got them.
Yeah. So
Oh, here we go.
there's still quite a bit to this story, to be honest. The cops said that they starved and that animals got them, and that's why their heads were missing.
Yeah,
How did that?
Cats go for the heads first.
the nose.
Ca-
The cat
Yeah,
can't
cats.
decapitate a person though.
Yeah, you can't just cut a head off.
Clean.
Yeah.
Nobody said anything about the wounds being clean cut.
No, it's true. Okay.
So
Okay, you're
this
putting
story
stuff into this story.
hit the news, and obviously everybody that read it was like, "What? What are you talking about?" Like, there's no way they just starved.
Right.
Like these 3 people
Grown,
that are
capable
very
dudes.
Yeah, starving out there.
They could have ate at least one of the other ones and one of them died.
yeah. There's so many things that could have happened that you wouldn't starve if you really thought you were going there.
Them boys can fish
Yeah.
in
something.
1,000-foot deep waters, 2,000
Yeah.
foot. My
Yeah,
man
there's
said.
fish. There's
There's fish.
So
Probably
people.
turtles.
So the 3 big
Snakes.
the 3 big things that people thought were maybe the Naha are still active and they're still up
teaching
there.
Knee-high.
And maybe they killed him. The second one
Don't blame
was maybe a rival prospector killed him and stole the gold.
Yeah, wanted the stuff.
And then the third one was, since they didn't really have confirmation if it was Robert's skeleton or not, did Robert kill him and take the gold?
Possessed.
Fucking Robert.
Yeah.
Possessed by
He wanted it all. He got greedy. He wanted
the
all
headless
of it.
spirit.
I bet that's what happened. I bet Robert.
And then he forgot that he didn't know how to drive a boat.
Yeah.
He said, I can't steer this thing.
So this next one was this so these next few I didn't have They didn't have dates technically for them, but they all happened within kind of 14 years of each
so
other.
this is still about the Headless Valley?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's several.
There is stuff.
So if you want, so just to give everybody, before I've got a few more prospectors that I'm going to talk about, but there are at least 43 people confirmed to disappear.
That's crazy.
And
it's the Bermuda Triangle of the Arctic.
The real number people say is dozens and dozens of people have disappeared in this area.
Some people say Baker's dozens, multiple.
It's 13. The Baker's dozen's 13.
So Martin Jorgensen was the next guy. I think this was like 6 years later is what it said. He went and his goal was to go up there and to just prospect the hell out of this place. So he went and he built a cabin up there. And he had a team that he said, he let them stay back until he actually found something, and he was going to bring them in to come help him get the gold, obviously. So he found gold. He sent word back to his team. They went to the meetup point, and he didn't show. So they went in to go look for him because they knew where his cabin was because of one of his letters. And one thing that I was confused about is how did he get word to them? I don't know if they carrier pigeon or something.
Man, probably.
Telegraph
There's probably a
yet.
town somewhere.
Telegraph in the middle of the fucking woods in the
He
wilderness?
probably had to go
Telegraph went around till Civil War.
He probably had to go like 50 miles to the nearest town, and they probably had a
Wrote
post
a
office.
letter or something.
Post office.
Yeah.
Like that ran once a week.
I don't know. I don't know. I read a lot of stuff, and I was like, how'd this guy get
He put
word
it
back
on
to his
Twitter.
team? Yeah. They went in. So they went in to look for him. They knew where to look because he described it in one of his letters. They found his cabin burned down and found him inside of it with his head missing.
Head missing.
This happened. I think this was just like 4 years after those first, and the cops did not connect this to the other head missing. They were just like, no, it's just another starved and animals got
How
him.
many years was this apart? Like 4?
Yeah, it was like 4 or 5. It wasn't much. Yeah.
Robert Wise.
Yeah, he's still on the
He's still on the loose, just cutting people's heads off.
fucking getting that easy payday.
They found a body and called it Robert's because
he's
they
getting
wanted
that-
to go home for supper.
Yeah, they were scared of Robert.
Yeah.
So
One of the cops might have been Robert.
It's true.
Yep,
In
for
Antarctica,
sure.
we'll never fucking
One of
know.
the Mounties. No, it's in Canada, but well, that's not what you said.
So John O'Brien and his team were the next people. They went in 7 years after Jorgensen did. Him and his team had set up a camp. John told them, he was like, hey, I'm going to go check. Obviously they were out there for a while, so they had animal traps to eat, etc.
Yeah.
So he said, hey, I'm going to go check my traps. They also had gold traps set up out there to catch running water going through them or whatever. He's like, I'll be back in 9 days. Well, he didn't show up after 9 days. The team knew of another prospector in the area.
Yeah.
So they contacted that guy and said, hey, have you seen like another dude out there hanging around? And they were like, no, we hadn't seen anybody. But that prospector ended up joining them to like help search for this guy. They found him frozen to death in not freezing weather right next to the river.
Damn.
And everybody that saw his body, he literally had a match in his hand full next to a fire, and he froze to death somehow.
Do you remember that movie? I don't know. It might have been I don't know if it was The Day After Tomorrow or not, but it was like the snow apocalypse came.
Day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
It froze super quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything had like a
That's true. Like a vapor, like a
instant freeze or whatever.
Yeah, but that didn't happen in the rest of the forest where everybody else was, though. So like it was like a weird phenomenon that this guy just like the people, everybody that looked at him said it looked like he was flash frozen.
Damn.
He still had his head though. So
Like, y'all ever seen the movie Mr. Deeds?
yeah,
You know when they show his uncle with fucking comes out of like that?
on the top. On the top of the hill in Himalayas or Mount Everest
Mount
or whatever,
Everest,
yeah. The next one happened 5 years later to a lady named Annie Lafferty.
So a woman this time.
Yeah. She was actually part of a hunting party. No gold involved. They had only been there for a day.
Damn.
And
That strange dog.
And
Annie went missing that night. Like, well, after everybody went to sleep, they woke up. She was gone.
typical.
White girl wasted.
Yeah.
Where's my star?
They went out and tried to find her. Didn't find her, obviously. This guy's name was Charlie something. He was another. I don't know if he was another hunting party or if he was a prospector in the area. But he was asleep that night, and he kept hearing like rocks fall into the river, and it woke him up because his camp was like on the shoreline or whatever. So he woke up and he saw a naked lady 200 yards away. She was a white woman, which Annie was, and he said that she was just running up the cliff, and like she was like running because obviously like whenever you're running up something with a big grade, you would use your hands or whatever. It was causing rocks to come down the cliff and get into the water or whatever. But he said he saw her turn around once, and it looked like she was possessed.
I'm telling you.
And he was like, he said that's the only reason that I didn't follow her, because I was scared of her. And to note on this is
possessed woman is way scarier than possessed man.
True.
I think so.
True. Yeah. Well, I mean, isn't it true? Like every Exorcist movie and everything.
Look in their eye, dude, it's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, even when they're not possessed, look in their eyes is terrifying.
Y'all pissed off a woman before.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty. When I get really fucking mad, you're like, whoa, dude, fucking chill for a minute, dude.
My fiance is a world champion jiu-jitsu wrestler.
Yeah, she
would dominate.
I've seen her too. She'd rough you up pretty good. Yeah. Spunky.
Yeah.
Choke you out.
Yeah, it wouldn't take nothing.
I'd pay good money to see her whoop your ass. Be good.
Oh,
I bet you would. Pervert.
That's nothing perverted.
No,
I just want to see her inflict the most amount of pain as possible on you.
This is my friend over here, Josh.
Well, I mean, I would let her hurt you real bad.
Oh, what are you gonna do to stop her?
I throw my leg in there. I throw scalding water.
Throw the white flag. Throw a white flag in.
I throw scalding water on y'all or something, break you up.
But
crack her over the back of the head.
Couple old dogs.
Yeah.
This is something to note. Is the Naha? I think the northern people in this area were called Sitka. I don't remember what the southern ones were called. I couldn't remember it earlier, but it was definitely Sitka. No one that has ever seen the tribe has ever seen a woman with them, but they would go to the other tribe and steal their women and take them back for themselves, pretty much.
Slick.
So that
Slick.
in my mind,
it'd take a while to warm up to somebody like that.
Doubling down.
Are you still mad
Yeah.
that I took you from your parents and stuff? You're still talking about that?
Yeah, get over it all.
But
it's been 3 weeks. Fucking, this is your life now.
Yeah, it's time to go look for some fucking berries.
Yeah. The reason I brought that up was because there's so much lore with that tribe, but I was like, so this is the only one that we know maybe didn't get killed. Maybe she got taken by them because that's what they do.
Alive.
She probably didn't.
I like to think that she's still alive, maybe, and running around.
And 130 years old, 150 years old at this point.
Do you know what happened to her?
I don't.
Okay.
There's healing crystal waters. What I learned from the movie Waterboy, there's healing crystal waters up
in
there.
the glaciers.
Yeah.
The water still comes from a medicine man in Alaska.
So there's also, just to kind of bring this up, there's a lot of folklore with this tribe saying that there's a bear wolf or a dog wolf,
man bear pig,
man bear. I don't know. I don't remember what it was, but they all have a lot of folklore about like weird animals like taking people.
Yeah, Native Americans have a lot of folklore with animals. Period.
Yeah. They smoking the pipe.
1931. This is actually 4 years after Annie Lafferty. So I guess she was in 1926. This guy named Phil Powers built a cabin to set up shop.
Phil Powers,
Austin's grandpa.
Yeah, he tried to set up camp to try to pan for a bunch of gold. He was going to stay there for a couple of years. Built a cabin. Cabin burnt down with him inside of it.
Damn,
All of the reports from
Stay
it back
the hell
then.
away from that place.
Yeah, all of the reports from it, he was dead inside. So he burnt with the cabin, but there was like no reason for him to not be able to get out. So it was suggested that like he was dead prior to the burning happening.
It's pretty wild to think. Like anywhere on Earth, pretty much, it's like a habitable place. Somebody's probably died where you've been standing.
Oh yeah,
Like,
oh
you
yeah.
know, we've been around for a long time.
Melissa will point to houses like that are for sale that we're looking at, going down the road, and she'll be like, "Yeah, I picked up."
I wouldn't want to know if people
Yeah.
died in that fucking house I'm about to live in, dude. Don't tell me. Keep that to yourself.
5 years later, William Eplin and Joseph Mulholland went out, made a cabin. It was found burnt, no bodies.
God.
1945, Ernest Silver. I can't read my whole handwriting.
Goes to camp.
He went missing. Was found in a sleeping bag. Head missing.
Headless.
This is the last one that got like a whole lot of headlines. This was like, it was 1946. John Patterson never found. Last night of the search party that got sent for him, natives from the area actually came into the search party camp and warned the people in the search party that there were some white figures that were roaming the woods that night.
Damn.
And
White walkers.
there was a
And the natives are so good. I imagine natives being this good out in nature. Like they can sneak up on ghosts without the ghost and spirits even noticing them.
Yeah, yeah,
And then
they
just disappear. They're like, okay,
This is our shit.
now.
yeah. Like it's stated they literally came into the camp, warned them, and then they left.
Yeah.
Like they didn't fuck with them or anything. They were just like, "Hey, y'all should get the fuck
Y'all
out of
should
here
leave. This
as
is not good.
soon as you fucking can."
Y'all are
They got
loud.
cameras out now.
But
We're
and
gonna videotape this shit.
and they were like, "Well, we can't leave tonight because it's already dark. It's impossible to travel through all these cliffs. Like we'll end up killing ourselves."
I'm trying to get out of here.
Trying to get out of here all night. I don't remember who it was in the search party, but he's on record saying he was like there were howls and screams all night all around us, and he was like I'll never ever forget that sound.
Absolutely terrifying.
He
I
was-
think one of the most terrifying things you told me was about that time with the moon when they were like you were saying one of them was like they're looking at us like from that crater or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Dude, that's fucked up.
yeah.
That shit still comes back to me every once in a while.
So
Who's
and
that? Buzz
Spooky
Aldrin
shit.
said
Yeah,
that.
it was spooky shit.
yeah.
That's some spooky shit right there.
From the late 40s, like I said, that one was in 46. There's been a lot less weirdness, but because of all of that happened within like a 50-year span,
Yeah.
people have kind of like been like, all right, well, we just ain't gonna fuck with that area. It's like we're just not gonna go there.
Not even
Some
on the
kind of
maps
ancient ruins or some
anymore.
kind of shit. You
Yeah.
know, some kind of
Like I
burial
said,
ground.
there's all those cave systems that are in those cliffs that nobody's ever really been able to go through. There's a good book that I have not read, but so I can't say it's good. But this is the only guy that has talked to some of these people that were in the search parties, or Charlie McLeod's brother, or not Charlie McLeod. Charlie McLeod was the one that didn't go.
Cheers look rough.
But it's called, it's by a guy named J.M. Patterson, and it's called The Dangerous River. So
Okay.
if you want to
The
read it,
Dangerous River.
then and learn more about it, and there's so much more folklore surrounding the Naha-Inus or whatever that I would need a whole hour of talking about it to get into all of their folklore and whatnot. But
Very interesting.
that area is still up there, and
What was that book called, you said?
Dangerous River.
Dangerous River. Check it
Yeah.
out.
It was published in the early 1900s, so
Word?
good luck finding it. But
I bet.
I'm sure it's out there somewhere.
Yeah, you probably get it on Amazon. Probably.
Maybe, I don't know. I didn't look. Funny enough, today was the first day that I've read about the Dangerous River for some reason. I've been reading for the last week and a half
And
on
we all
this.
know that truly every river is dangerous.
Truly.
Well, if you don't respect it,
It's true.
you need to respect it. I'm going whitewater rafting Saturday.
Chattanooga again.
Yeah, with
Nice.
some wild boys. I mean, they're good guys, but they are adventurers. These are professional.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so I'm not going with like a
You taking a
rafting
GoPro with
company. I'm not going with a rafting company. I'm going with guys that own their own
you? Take a
rafts.
GoPro.
You got one?
We got one up there in the bag. Yep.
I'm gonna take a GoPro.
Yeah, go for it.
Yep.
What? So
awesome.
at the end of all of this, I know that we've had this
Show
conversation
some clips next week.
before, but I said to my buddy that showed me this, I was like, man, if I was a billionaire and I saw this, because he sent me a Facebook reel or an Instagram reel about it, and he was like, hey, you should look further into this. And so I did for the last 2 weeks. If I was a billionaire, and I saw that reel, I would immediately contact whoever I could to just get a team together. Like, go in there and figure out what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of billionaires done that shit. That when people tried to see the Titanic.
Yeah, that's at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, I know, but Dave, you get your fucking head cut off by some crazy ass Indian ghost.
I'm a billionaire. I'm gonna pay you well.
I'll go, Wes.
Yeah, he'll go.
Yeah, I'm not a billionaire yet.
Send him. Yet. Is the key word. Yet.
Send me. I dare you. I dare you.
I'm getting tired, boys.
Yeah, it's about time to put a bow on this.
All this poop talk's had me wanting to have to go poop.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed the fire out of it. Don't forget to comment about the show, what you liked, what you didn't like. We're going to try to read some of that stuff on
Hey,
there.
if you want to call in.
Send some calls.
Yes, we're going to do that. People need to do
So,
that.
what are they going to do? Message you?
They
and
send
find
an
out
email.
information?
Just message the page or send us
Or
an
hit
email.
or whatever.
All
Send
fine.
us a message on Facebook Messenger.
Yeah,
that
that's
would
fine.
work too. Instagram, whatever.
Yeah, and IG, Facebook, any of
holler
these.
at us.
Send us a message. I'll give you my number. You can call in.
Yeah. Then put his number on Craigslist or
Create a
whatever.
Goon Squad page.
Yes, create a group
Yeah,
page.
why not?
Man, dude, y'all could really just we don't want to talk about it too much. We sure appreciate y'all listening. And 1 year, guys.
1 year, boys.
1 year. All right. This has been
Fine by me.
Thank y'all for listening.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. Bow, down.
Love y'all. Take it easy.
See ya.